Well, the day has finally come, and to be honest with you, I was getting a little bit bummed out that this was never going to happen for me. What I'm talking about specifically is with the gems, and really they should be called jewels because we have gems here, but we also have gems right here. Never made sense to me, but still the game just said, let's just name the same thing twice. But what I'm talking about is going and finally getting myself a peerless one here. You can see it right in here. Bam, there it is. And I honestly thought I was going to be able to get this by going and just having to fuse all these gems together, where I'm just finally about transcendent on every single other one except for this one lonely armor one in here, which immune to 2 first controls. That doesn't really sound too bad. Actually might want to keep that one there. But this was one of those things where I was seeing other people go over to the actual treasure there, pull on this thing, and get that peerless before me. And the fact that I have spent a good amount of money specifically on these gems themselves, I mean, not to mention the Abyss, RIP that by the way, I actually really enjoyed that, just felt they needed a structure a little bit different. If they would have just made it every single week, just increase everybody's attack power by 5% or 10%, I think it would have been a lot more fun, but I think I got somewhere up to the 90s, got stuck there, but it was still one of those things that I was going back and farming. I even made videos kind of going in and saying about hexing it and going in and farming. If you remembered, we could go in and try to hit those chests in the first things and end up with getting more gems than you would go for on a normal run. Given if you hit those chest icons on your selection screen, it's been so long I pretty much forgot about it, but going through and doing that, we were really able to stack these things up. And as we all know, the Abyss got pulled, all this stuff went back from being Season 1 gems, which were actually kind of nice, to now having all of these. And with this though, on top of me going and spending all the money on the packs and everything to get the potions to give the chances of getting better gems dropping, we then all of a sudden did have that treasure there. And probably on the first time this thing popping up, I probably dropped maybe about 100,000 gems just trying to get more of these things. Not to mention that every single time an event popped up, I went heavy on making sure I grabbed those gem keys every single time. And when there was the options in there, which I don't think I have any of them right now because I just cashed in on more gems for it, but when we saw the chest that had the choice between the 3 keys, I was always picking the gem ones in there. It looks like I actually have this one right here, Pet Armament Surprise Chest. I didn't even know this was in here. Let's just see what we get out of that. And click it. Anything good? Okay. Nothing really solid on it, but I'm still happy with it. But back to what we were saying, on top of the events, on top of the money I spent in the Abyss, on top of dropping that 100,000 in there, I have bought every single Guru Fund up to this point right here, which I'll probably buy it in about a week or so there. I usually wait till these things fill up and then I just go happy with collecting them all in. But with that perspective of everything I've dumped into this, the only way I actually got it was the one free one from the draw. And the one that I actually did get, don't think I mentioned it yet, Lightning has a 30% chance to reduce the target's shield gain by 15%, up to 5 stacks, and that one right there will last for 2 turns. Which I'm actually okay with that because that's what I was using before. It just went from 12.5%, and I actually have it over here on the other ring too. A lot of Lightning skills built around, but now I'm at the point where even like I said, that one armor one there, I only need one more of these Immortal ones. I just landed another one today, hence it says new on it there. But these things are becoming more and more pain to get these things. And now the fact that once I do hit that, I don't want to take 3 of these ring ones off so I can take these other 2 and merge that into a peerless. I want to play this smart and make sure that I have the highest rarities possible, meaning that I'm technically going out of my way to get an extra 4 of these things every single time. Now I know it will pay off in the long run as long as they don't make any more rarities of these things. But I'm still set on my ways that I'm going to continue to try to do that. I have my goals. Somebody just asked me the other day of why I'm still using this shear, and it's the fact that I'm having that straight tunnel vision. I mean, we just saw it the other day where I got the Forbidden Book. We got that at 5 stars. Is that going to be the strongest one in the game? No, it'd probably be better for me to go and use one of these transcendent ones right here. But it's just one of those things where I'm set on a path. I don't want to go scatter around on too many different things. I want to be focused on what my goals are for getting the best results with what I had, which by the way, we did take our ring up to +3 today also. So we're getting pretty close to maxing all of them. I mean, we've got the left side there and even the armor. I think I have maybe 6 pieces already. So we're not too far away from that one either. It's taken a while though, because I'm not using the gems on that. I'm using the gems on everything else in the game. But one of the big things I would say on this here is it's going to be tricky for you. There's always going to be something better that's coming out. There's always going to be something new, like the pet armament system. We just saw that. That's something that could take some gems away. And it seems like every time you kind of get caught up on something, there's something that's just making your reach further and further away. So what I'm trying to say is set some goals for yourself and make them at least somewhat realistic. Don't say, I'm going to just max everything in the game. Make it where, hey, I'm going to get that first mythic weapon. I'm going to get that first mythic weapon to +4. Doesn't even need to be an SS. It could be the Nomad bow. That still works pretty good too. Or this could just be something of, hey, you want to go and get every piece of SS gear for at least your 6 slots. I'd say don't get so focused on what the newest thing is, the best thing, what the whales are getting. Try just focus on one thing that you can put your energy into and just have that goal. It really does make it a lot more fun, especially when the events come around. You go, hey, I said I'm going to do this, so that's what I'm going to go after. And you'll find if you keep on trying for it, hopefully it doesn't take the 8 months like this took right here to get to this point. Which, I mean, I guess it'd probably be more like 5 months, because 8 months ago, the highest we had was Immortals, and I think it was about 5 months ago we got the Transcendent and the other ones too. But either way, set some goals for yourself. I'm happy I got at this point, which it was purely luck, but now we are getting kind of close to at least getting all the points of having those Transcendents, and I think it's going to be a good year or so before I see all these things at Peerless. Did I just say Transcendent, or did I just say Peerless? I'm getting confused on this, but anyway, that's what I got today. It took me a long time. It took me a lot of money, took me a lot of gems, but finally I at least have one of them, which was one of my goals, is to get one of those things. But we only got 2 days left before more of this Star Trek stuff is going to be popping up. But I did go and mention about that pet armament there, and that's something that a lot of people are kind of neglecting on. I'd say you really want to put into it, and the reasons why, you might want to check out this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.